Catholics have a rich tapestry of different prayer practices, but some, namely the Rosary, get accused of being vain repetitions, which is a bad thing in every Christian's mind. In Matthew 6, verse 7, Jesus is teaching his disciples how to pray, and he says this: "When you pray, use not vain repetitions as the heathens do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking." Those critical of Catholic prayers like the Rosary will accuse it of being a vain repetition. And there is a lot of repetitive prayer in the Rosary. From the Hail Mary to the Our Father to the Glory Be, you repeat prayers a lot throughout your prayer of the Rosary. And Jesus is pretty clearly against repetitive prayer, so case closed. We're done here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
But there's one problem with that line of logic. Throughout Scripture, we see repetitive prayer used by the people of God. One prominent example is Psalm 136, where after every single verse, the psalmist repeats, "His love endures forever." There's an even bigger problem though, because Jesus uses repetitive prayer at least once in Scripture. In Mark 14:36, in the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus prays, "Abba, Father, everything is possible for you. Take this cup from me, yet not what I will, but what you will." And then a few verses down in verse 39, we see Mark say this: "And again he went away and prayed, saying the same words." So why is the psalmist, and more importantly, Jesus, using repetitive prayer? At the end of the day, there's a difference between a vain repetition and a meaningful meditation. And it's found in the word vain, which means useless. This is different than repetitive prayer, which can use to contemplate wonderful truths about God, letting them sift in your mind and sink deep into your soul. I mean, for crying out loud, we do this in a typical evangelical worship service all the time.
Really good bread, really good bread, really good bread, really